They knew they were loved. That is incarnational ministry. If your pathfinders must give a testimony or a reference, you must put them in your CV. Right, that people can contact your pathfinders to give a testimony for you. What are they going to say? Ellen White, in talking about youth and this commitment of spiritual mentoring and leadership and friendship, she says, let not the youth be ignored. Let them share in the labors and responsibility. Let them feel they are part of the act in helping and blessing others. Very much has been lost in the cause of God because of inattention to the young. Now listen to this next sentence. We should form a happy acquaintance with the youth of our congregation. You know, it's nice working for those of you who teach early learning, you know, the preschool. Isn't it lovely when you come to school, those young ones run to you? They hug you. If you're too tall, they hug you around the legs, you can't walk. Right? They're excited to see you. Now, okay, the 10 to 15-year-olds, they're a little bit older, they're not as demonstrative. How many of them are excited to see you? They not only when they come to Pathfinders, but they see you down at Ccwrym. There's my counselor. There's my director. And they run up to say to their friends, this is my friend. And they're pointing to you and they say, this is my friend. As opposed to they see you in Ccwrym, they make sure they dodge. Because if you see them, you will embarrass them. And how will you embarrass them? What are you doing here? Are you behaving yourself? Are you supposed to be done? Did you do your homework? Does your mother know you here? We make the assumption that what they are doing is wrong. What do they say? Catch them doing something right. Have you developed a relationship with them that they are your friends? Ellen White says we should form a happy acquaintance with the youth of our congregation. If we could stop now, where's Lucas might not be here with me. We could stop now and say, go to your church now, and go and make friends with one of your pathfinders. There is great reluctance on our part to become acquainted with the youth. But it is accounted of heaven a great neglect of duty, a sin against the souls for whom Christ has died. Tough, eh? And this is the prophet saying this. We are making heaven sad by the way we relate to our young people, in not developing that friendship, that mentoring relationship, being spiritual leaders who are discipling them to Jesus Christ. Tough, but true. Thank you. We should seek to enter into the feeling of the youth, not just the cognitive side of what we engage in, but have time in our clubs and in our units to build a relationship that leads to friendship of where we care for each other, they know each other. I was at this class which I teach here at Ccwrym, which for 3 months they went on leave because they waited for me to come back. So we met again today. And I sent a message to the class last night. I said, look, I haven't been around, so I'm not going to feel bad. I'll be in the usual place. My chairs will be there. If you are join another class, I'm not going to feel bad. Stay there. We had to bring in extra chairs this morning. Now, I'm not saying it because I'm a good teacher. We have endeavored in that class to build relationships where we know the member of every body in that class. We know the name of every member in that class. We can say, so how was that job interview you had this past week? You had to give up your home because of the rent and the owner wanted the house back. Are you back in another house? How have things been with you? So we spend almost 15 minutes every Saturday morning before we start the lesson, just connecting with each other. Where else do we connect in the church? Divine service we connect with nobody. Sabbath school we sit there spectators. So for us as adults, we suffer from loneliness in the church. So this morning, all the class members were back, which I was very glad for, because I did fear sitting there all alone. With some extra folk who joined us from some of the other classes. And we spent about 18 minutes by the time I looked at my watch, just catching up on each other, because we've been away from each other for a long time. Do our pathfinders find that in our clubs? You answer. He came to this world that he might become acquainted with their weaknesses, develop a feeling. We're talking about on the level of the heart, not just on the mind. So, and I'll start wrapping up. I know I was told I have till 12:30, but the Adventist line at 12 o'clock I know starts shutting down. Is there still a sermon to come? By Dr. Starr.
For 10 minutes.
Okay. I will wrap up in 5 minutes. I went by the WhatsApp, maybe I didn't know, but I saw 11 to 12:30. But no problem, I will wrap up in 2 minutes. So, we spoke about, when we talk about incarnational leadership, the mindset of humility as it was found in Jesus Christ. Be willing to be vulnerable to our young people. Be willing to become friends with them, to share with them that I also am afraid. I'm also worried. I'm also sick. So that they can see how you relate to Jesus Christ in a real way in terms of your life. Rather than exercising his power for his own benefit, Jesus made himself nothing. And we are called to have the same